My name is Bob Murray. I'm the athletic director at Tiverton High School, and I said to Coach Anderson when we had this experience that we would take care of a banquet, and I knew that we were going to lose a couple of the guys to going off to college, and my concern was that I wanted to purchase rings for the kids, and the making of rings took anywhere from 10 to 12 weeks, and we were right around the 4th of July weekend when their factory closed, so it made it difficult for the rings to come before they went off to school. So Dev sent me an email early on in September to say hello, and we went back and forth. And I got a chance to see him a couple of weeks ago, and we said, okay, find a date that will work for us. So he said the 18th or the 19th, and here we are on the 19th. And I want to thank the boosters first of all. I asked the ladies to come tonight for a specific purpose. Each and every one of the 4 of these, and I believe that this is my booster club. And I know that there are a lot of people that support them. But this has been the heart and soul of our booster club probably for the last 4 or 5 years. These 4 women have done more for our athletic department probably than any group in 20 years. I mean, they've given of their time freely, and they've done so many wonderful things for our kids. And I thought it would be nice that I'd be able to take you out and give you a quality meal, and for me to be able to say thank you in a different way, but just to say thank you for everything that you do for my entire athletic department, not just for the kids that are here, but for everybody involved, because I know how much time you put in. And I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for us.
On behalf of the faculty, the staff, administration at Tiverton High School, I'd like to thank the Boosters Club as well. Thank you, Coach Murray, and congratulations to Coach Anderson and the 6 boys, Matthew, Devin, Ben, Ethan, Ryan, and Mark Ryan. You know, if somebody would have asked me 10 years ago that Tiverton High School was going to win the state championship in golf, I'd have probably said to him, I think you're nuts. Andy's always had, you know, we were talking about it at dinner, he's always had 1 or 2 players, for the most part, 1 player who was a good high school golfer, but nothing really beyond that. I think that golf would probably be lucky to hit an 80 on a good day. And over the last, 4 or 5 years, there's been a trickle of better golfers coming in. And a lot of people thought that last year when they won that it was a great upset. Well, you know what? I think the 6 guys will say, you know what? We could line up any day and compete with anybody in the state. And I think it's it's a neat accomplishment that a school the size of Tiverton High School is able to compete with the likes of Barrington High School and North Kingstown in a Bishop Hendricken and beat them. And in a lot of people's eyes, it might have been an upset. I think in their eyes, you know what? We played our best golf on this one day, and we were able to beat them. And I think, they should be commended for that because it is a great feat. One of the things that, you're going to walk away tonight with a ring that'll always be on your finger. But the other thing that's neat is that every day you come in, or 20 years from now, when you have a son or a daughter that's at the high school and you walk into the gym, you'll be able to look up on that wall and you'll be able to see a banner that says 2006 State Golf Champions. And state champions at Tiverton High School, there's only been 2 true state champions, and the golf team 2006 is one of them. Congratulations again. It's quite an honor to, number one, be speaking in front of you guys right now, but the things that you have accomplished is truly outstanding. Congratulations.
And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I can remember when you guys were freshmen, there was something that you said about winning the state championship when you were seniors. And I recall you guys talking about that quite a bit. And then you went off and you pretty much did what you were supposed to do. And now it leaves it to you guys and a couple of the guys that aren't here right now to kind of hold up that tradition. It would be kind of neat to be able to bring this back for another year. To be able to say that Tiverton's name's there again would be outstanding. But win, lose, draw if it doesn't. I think it was a tremendous experience that you guys created, and obviously Mr. Anderson directed that, and Mr. Anderson has always done a wonderful job dealing with young men, and he's always been able to give you that little word of advice, and it might only be a word. Sometimes it's a shoe, but most of the time it's a word, and it puts you in a direction to take you where you're going. So with that, Mr. Anderson, if you'd come up and just talk to the kids a little bit, and we'll go from there.
Well, needless to say, I'm very proud of their accomplishment. First, I'd like to thank the parents for doing such a great job raising these young men, the Boosters Club, the administration. You know, I know that this is special. I've been coaching in Tiverton since 1968, so I go back, way back, before these young men were born. I remember Ethan's dad when I was a gym teacher with a golf club in his hand in 7th or 8th grade. And I think he has the only other banner at Tiverton High School. They won the Eastern Division back in 1972 or something. 5. I forget the years, but you know, but that's an example of where we've come. I was telling a group of people the other day at a Christmas dinner I was at. They were kidding us about our state championship golf team. I says, you know, the only other Newport County team to ever win a state championship was Rogers High School. They won it in 1933, and they won it in 1954. So it's been over a half a century since a Newport County team has accomplished such a feat as this. So that's why I know it's special. Some people don't consider golf that important or not. You know, you don't see big crowds and stuff like that. I mean, I've been a coach for years where I've won state championships on other levels, but never, like Bob was saying, the whole state, where the whole state competed. I was hoping Mr. Amrah will be here tonight to present the certificates to the ball players, to the golfers, because he was also a ball player of mine. He was on back-to-back state championships in basketball. And the great thing that I have gratitude for is having the opportunity to work with all these kids over a period of many years now. You know, I can remember talking to the Banquet, I think it'll be my last time I ever speak. You know, here I am at 66 and I'm still getting, you know, but I don't consider myself much to do with this, because I know that these 5 guys right here, and also Mark Ryan, Mello, it was a 6-man team. We only could bring 5 people to the state tournament, but all 6 people had a lot to do with winning the state championship. Matt said it the other day, we were really a team effort. A lot of schools, even though it's golf, you think it's an individual sport, it's really a team sport, and they would all back one another up. I know that. A lot of people probably don't know that, but that was a big key in these men winning the state championship. There's certain teams I won't mention, but there'll only be one guy coming with one other guy, and they kind of ostracize the other players on their own team. I've seen that. And this team didn't do that. They all backed one another, and they all knew their responsibility. You know, if you have a bad shot, you know, get my mind back on what I do, because every shot's important, you know. I knew they were good. Was I surprised they won? Yeah, I have to admit I was surprised, because I knew they were capable. Matt said for 3 years, we can win the state championship. And I think when he came, and then Devin, you know, I worked for Devin's dad at the Coaxer Country Club, and you know, it just fed. This guy here came along quicker than anyone I've ever seen in my life in golf. Then, I mean, he makes all-state as a sophomore when he only played for 3 years. That's unheard of. Unheard of, you know. Matt turns around this year. He would have been also the individual, but he was more interested in the state championship. But I know people know about eagles in golf, but the guy from Hendricken had 3 eagles on all par 5 holes and only beat Matt by 1 stroke. And he still could have won if he had a couple of putts down the stretch. You know, goes one way, it goes the other. But the point is, that's one hell of a performance, you know. You know, a lot of special things I've seen at Tiverton High School over the years. You know, I see Allison over there. You talk about something special. I remember Allison winning the Heisman Award, the only girl, female ever to win that in high school. That's the best all-around girl athlete in the state of Rhode Island. That's pretty special, you know. And I've seen so many great things over the years. And I'm just the type of guy, I don't put myself, I call myself the golf moderator. You know, I'm the guy that takes these guys to the matches, you know. If I have to kick them in the butt once in a while, I may do that, right? The truth of the matter is, you know, they coach themselves, you know, but I tell Matt, would you work with him on this, and he would do that, and it just all came together.
You know I sat here at the table and I said thank you for what you did, but what you did for Tiverton High School is what we believe as coaches and as teachers and as athletic directors and principals. You represented our school the way we believe it should be represented. and we believe that you gave a mirror image of the people that are in our building and the people that live in our community. You won. You didn't make a spectacle of yourself. You represented our school with class. You spoke very, very highly of the things that occurred, and in some cases spoke very positively of your opponents as you complimented people in receiving your awards. So my way of saying thank you is to give you the citation that Mr. Emerald has put forth, and we've got it all put together. And then I have your rings, okay? And I know that you've been waiting for them.
Dave Moff is a member at the golf course, a coach that he gave each player, golf balls with the all-state logo on them. They're Pro V1s, so don't use them all. Put some in your trophy case, will you?
Yeah.
There you go. Congratulations. This is Joey Hemingway. Mr. Conway. That's 6th spot. Devin Beck, next pro. Devin broke his wrist playing basketball. It's almost sick to golf. His dad may have won a division, but he never won one of these babies.
Congratulations, Andy. And Andy, this is for you. I want to say thank you very much for congratulating us.
Right. Thanks again.
Now, I want you to know that this has never been done before. I've never, ever bought rings for anybody. Okay? Even when we went on business, okay? But you're a first, fellas.
We're first.
Wow.
Wow.
This way?
Look at the size of this thing.
It's huge. Big World Series. I'm going to put this in the case so I don't lose it.
Take good care of these guys.
When you guys get done, maybe everybody can stand together and we can get a nice.
Get a nice picture of them. Yeah, that would be good.
Ethan.
All right, hey, sit down, Jeff.
Out of the golf ball. Turn a little bit. Turn Steve. Turn Steve. Over the last.